The woman mechanically grabbed the pancake and stuffed it into her mouth frantically. Although her throat was already stretched to a tight point, she still forced herself to swallow, as if controlled by something. The son next to her was frightened by this strange scene and burst into tears. The crying sound was like some kind of trigger, and the woman suddenly became more crazy. She slapped the table with both hands, spewed intermittent mumbling from her mouth, and her eyes were so empty that it made people palpitate. The family looked at the strange woman in front of them in horror. Where did the gentle and virtuous mother go? At night, the husband carefully asked his wife why she was angry in the morning, but the wife said with a blank face that she had gone out early in the morning and was not at home at all. At this moment, she looked normal, completely different from the crazy woman in the morning. However, the real horror has just begun. Late at night, silence enveloped the whole house. The little daughter was sleeping soundly, and the quilt was suddenly lifted by someone. She was confused and thought it was her brother who was playing a prank, and was about to get up. A pair of hands pushed her back to the bed. It was her father. He stared at his daughter. His eyes were too cold to be alive. His greedy eyes wandered over her, making her tremble all over. He reached out and touched her cheek, and the touch was icy cold. Then he turned and left. When her sister pushed the door in, the little daughter was curled up in the corner. She was about to ask for help. Her father appeared again. Those cold eyes made the sisters feel dangerous at the same time. He approached step by step, and his footsteps were particularly harsh in the silence. The elder sister reacted quickly, pulled her younger sister and rushed out. But at the end of the corridor, their father was waiting for them there, but he was clearly in the room just now. The two fled in panic, and there was a hurried sound of chasing behind them. Just when they were forced into a desperate situation. "Children, what's wrong with you?" The father's concerned voice came from downstairs. The father behind him heard the sound and quickly disappeared into the darkness. After the father downstairs came up, he asked what happened with a worried look on his face. But the two sisters just trembled. They could no longer tell which one was the real father. "Children." The mother's voice suddenly sounded behind them. The two were about to turn around but saw the mother rushing over with a sharp weapon. The father hurriedly blocked her, but was pushed down hard. The mother showed a twisted smile and turned to walk into the room. "What happened?" The mother's voice sounded again in the stairwell. She stood there with a confused look on her face. The husband looked at her in horror, and then looked at the room where the mother had just disappeared. They pushed the door open tremblingly. There was no one inside.